This video is about the wreck of the Shoun Maru, which was sunk in 1944 off the coast of the island of Rota in the western Pacific. The Marianas Islands are part of the Micronesian Islands of Asia. The Commonwealth of the Northern Marianas Islands is an American protectorate that was acquired after World War II as part of the Japanese surrender. The CNMI is self-governing, but is still part of the United States of America. CNMI is composed of 14 islands, many of which are sparsely inhabited or uninhabited. Rota Island is part of the CNMI with a population of approximately 2,500 permanent residents. The cultural heritage of Rota is Chamorro. The Chamorro migrated from Southeast Asia over 1,000 years ago, and in the local language, Rota is called Luta. The Shoun Maru was sunk not very far off the southeast coast of Rota, in Susquehanna Bay. Shoun Maru was sunk on June 23, 1944, during the Second World War. It lies with its keel at approximately 100 feet on the sandy bottom of Susquehanna Bay, and its deck is at about 60 feet. I start my journey from Saipan and fly south to Rota. It is a short and uneventful 30-minute flight in a small twin-engine aircraft to the airport on the northern part of the island. Shoun Maru was a merchant vessel. She was a steamship constructed in June of 1941 in Hibi, Japan. She was 113 feet long and weighed 5,000 tons. The ship was initially attacked and damaged off the west of Saipan on June 12, 1944. It was then sunk by 2 aerial torpedoes in Susquehanna Bay, east of Rota Island, on June 23, 1944. 6 of the crew were lost in the attack. The pilots of the TBF Avenger that sunk the Shoun Maru were Lieutenant Edward R. Fickenshire and Navigator Bombardier Lieutenant Junior Grade Jack H. Osborne. They both received air medals for the sinking of the Shoun Maru. It was a time of war, and the ship was transporting war materials for the Empire of Japan. From the west harbor of Susquehanna, near the village of Song Song, it is a 10-minute boat ride to the dive site. It is a good day to dive, and there's little wind, and the sea is calm. Let's dive the Shoun Maru. We begin our descent on the dive, slowly taking time to equalize. The maximum depth of the dive will be 100 feet. The ship's keel is at 100 feet on the sandy bottom of the western Pacific. The ship itself was 113 feet from bow to stern, but it was struck amidships by the torpedoes, after which it broke in half, so the debris field is 300 feet in length. The descent line is at the bow of the wreck, and this is where the dive begins. We work our way over the deck at about 50 feet, swimming towards the stern, and at some point descend to where the keel lies at 100 feet along the port side of the ship. Many wrecks become artificial reefs. We can see here that the Shoun Maru provides refuge and areas to feed for this school of fish. The deck has a catastrophic appearance from the torpedo strikes and the ship sinking, as well as the weather over the last 76 years. The remnants of a vehicle that was on board during the sinking many years ago. We now leave the wreck of the Shoun Maru and ascend to the surface. The Shoun Maru is an impressive wreck at the bottom of Sasahanya Bay off the coast of Rota. Within the CNMI, there are many amazing dive sites that are well within the reaches of recreational divers. There is much to be seen and explored. This is the first in a series of videos I intend to make about dive sites in the CNMI. You're never too old or young to explore or pursue your dreams. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face until we meet again.